What's going on, y'all? Big Black Nickelballs HD here, and in this video we are going over why the rhinoceros's asshole is larger than Mount Everest and why Dogecoin prices have fluctuated since the 1920s. Let's get into it. Just kidding, guys. Some Shanawane here, y'all, and in this video what we're about to do is we're about to analyze some good old deaths in Escape from Tarkov. We all can't escape them, and I've seen a couple of YouTubers do this, and I think it's an amazing idea. Shout out to my boy Jesse Kazam. Where we are going to be reviewing some deaths and talk about what I could have done better and what led to it. So the scenario for this death right here is that I just got a kill over at dorms, third story dorms, and I'm running towards the smuggler's boat extraction. And on my way to extraction, I actually hear somebody, and I'll let it play out and I'll show y'all what happened and what went wrong. So let's play this bad boy.
What? Oh, okay. He fucking destroyed me.
Okay, so pretty much like that death right there, it kind of looks self-explanatory, but pretty much what happened is that the guy came up. Let's mute it and I'll just have it playing. I'll just have it playing in slow motion. Pretty much what happened is the guy, I hear him when I get on top of this hill, and I'm very timid, and like this is like a simple, oh, didn't mean to do that. This is like a simple mistake right here. So whenever someone's high ground, right, and they come over a hill, they immediately can see your head before you can even see them. So what I'm doing right here is I hear him, and because I'm afraid to go over, I've gotten one tap so many times this way. Still not an excuse, but I've gotten one tap so many times, I was timid and I was afraid to peek my head over to see what this guy is. So instead of, in a fight, there's always going to be a passive player and the aggressor. And, he decided to be the aggressor, and he's able to capitalize on the situation. Now, when I was in the moment, I was like, I was like, oh, that's bullshit, that's crazy, but in reality, it's obvious that he would kill me in that situation, because even if I see him, I have to snap to him. He sees me before I see him, and he's able to line up a headshot. When I went back to his perspective, because he's an actual streamer, he didn't even ADS, he just hip fired from me, and it was like a bare bones AK. He just insta headshot me by hip firing. So it's a pretty simple mistake right there, y'all. What you always want to do in any fight, any scenario, you always want to be the aggressor. You don't want to be the one that's like just sitting there, because what's going to happen 9 times out of 10 is that the other person's going to eventually make a move, and then you're just going to be sitting there wondering what happened when you go back to the lobby. So like I said, I'm passive right here. I hear somebody. I'm afraid. I want to get the smuggler's boat. I'm afraid. I'm nervous as hell. He's already seen me right here. It looks like he's running, but he's already seen me right here. I'm going to go back one more time. Where's it at? 30. Let's just go back to 3008. He's already seen me right here, and he just wants to get a better position. So I'm sitting here, and I'm confident because I see him, and I start getting first shots in him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I've definitely got this. But like I said, he already knows I'm there. He's just going to look down the hill and immediately hip fire on me. He just turns and boom, destroys the mess out of me. So lesson learned from this, y'all: always be the aggressor. Never wait for someone else to make a move on you. Always be the one making a move. And especially in that specific scenario, if you're going to be like in a position, make sure you're in like a position of power. I'll go into more detail about this later on, but pretty much, like I said, his position of power is on top of a hill, and he's looking down at me, so I have to actually look up at him and trace him while he's able to just look down and just, use his cover. He could back up if he wants to. So just basic high ground, low ground knowledge right there.
But on to the next scenario.
All right, y'all, on to the next scenario. As you can tell by my face over there, I am extremely stunned at what's about to happen. So the scenario for this is that me and another friend of mine are in dorms, and he just killed a scab. We're up third story. We've cleared everything, but then I think I hear somebody on the steps, and pretty much what happens is obviously he knows that I'm down here. He doesn't know that my friend's over to the left in one of the rooms, but he knows that I'm on this side, and stuff starts hitting the fan. So let's see, maybe I'll go back a little bit more. That face I'm making, it is intense. Okay, so here you go. Let's play it.
Did you just go to full auto or something?
Oh, god damn it. Okay, here we go.
No, I was taking my number. Oh, dead. Oh, I just got shot from the. Where? No, on the steps. Okay. I'm dead. Fuck.
Okay, so let's go over what happens right there. So pretty much what happens, let me go back real quick. I'll just slow this bad boy down again. So starting off in the scenario, right, I hear, like, you know, when someone goes from full auto to single fire, I hear them clicking their gun. So you know what, let's just turn this down. I'll put it at like 50%. And we'll just turn this on mute. So, you know, I hear someone reloading their gun. And I'm like, I hear someone going to full auto. I'm like, did you just go to full auto? He's like, no. So what this should be a huge indicator to me right now. And now looking back at it, it's crazy. I see that this guy has a shotgun when I kill him, but I didn't have enough situational awareness to think like, oh, wait, there's another one. But like I heard someone go to full auto. Obviously, a shotgun doesn't have full auto. Fucking shit, I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. Doom? Don't fucking laugh, man. But, you know, like I said, I know that this guy, I heard full auto, and, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, so there has to be two. But for some reason, even though I heard that, like, I didn't register it. So I start getting shot in the back. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, you know what? Let me post up. Let me boss up real quick. So I go to this room and I take cover. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come back out. So this is the first mistake right here. So the first major mistake right here, right, is that I go back in there again. I'm like, okay, he's starting to shoot. I'm gonna go back out. So where he's at right now, he can see me. So if he was holding this angle, I would have already been dead. What I should have done at this moment, because I know my friend is down the hallway, what I should have done is should have either thrown a grenade or tried to blind fire instead of running out the door. If he was holding this angle and he was just peeking, he would have headshot me when I was in the running animation. So as I continue to play it, right, what happens right here is he's slowly, you know, going behind cover, which is a good play for him. Now, for some reason, as you see right here, I start hesitating. I don't know why I was hesitating. I knew he was the enemy, but for some reason I was thinking that also could have been my teammate, but I wasn't 100% sure. But once again, that's another major mistake, not to hesitate. Now, here's the two major mistakes right here. So as I start to pivot and come around this corner, see, in the last scenario we talked about, I wasn't ADS. I mean, I was ADS. In this scenario, I was trying to hip fire. Now, you could say that if I would have hip fire, I could definitely get a headshot right there, but I definitely should have been ADS because he was backing up. And what he did right here, which many people don't really think about, what he did right here is he backed up. So, you know, what a light differential is that, you know, if you're in a building and you're ADSing, you know, it's a lot easier to see someone from the outside because it's so bright behind them. So right here, what he's doing is actually smart. He's backing up and he's going into a spot where it's going to be not only, obviously, he's, you know, going over to the behind him so my friend can't shoot him from the left, but he's also going into a darker area. I eventually went around to this light and I started exposing myself, and it's easier for him to see me than it is for me to see him at this very moment. Not by much. It's not crazy light where I'm at, but I'm closer to a window and he's, you know, at that doorway right here. So I start hip firing and obviously he gets a headshot on me. Now I'm pretty sure, let's watch this, I'm pretty sure it was a head eyes. Once again, turns out the guy was using a DT MDR M995. He just pierced right through my fucking skull. My friend was able to eventually kill him. But, you know, that's the two major things right there. I ran out when I should have either blind fired or threw a grenade. I, for some reason, hesitated on killing him when I saw him behind the column the first time. And for some reason, I head jaws. Give me some tits, nice. And, you know, and last but not least, I put myself in like a bad lighting position where he's backing up and it's harder for me to see him than it is for him to see me. So those are the three mistakes, but let's go to the next scenario. Come on, Vominos. Let everybody, my fucking back. Alrighty then, gamers, third and final scenario. So what happens right here is pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. It's nothing like super crazy. I just wanted to really emphasize the importance of situational awareness and just decision making. One thing in Tarkov that will get you killed more than anything, new players or even veteran players, is indecision. Indecision will get you killed. So the setup right here is that we're in med building, we're looting where the intelligence spawns at, and we hear suppressed shots. There were ball scabs here earlier, and actually one of the ball scabs walked into our building. But there were ball scabs over here earlier, and another team is starting to fight them. So what we're all doing is we're all about to go in here through different angles, but watch what happens and you'll see.
Yeah, we're going in. I'm dead. I'm dead. He was directly in front of me. He was like directly in front of me.
So pretty much right there, it's nothing really to say. It was an instantaneous head eyes. So what's going down, let me slow this bad boy back. Let's go back to 330. Let's go back a little bit. So, I mean, nothing really to talk about right there. The only thing that happened is that I was being extremely indecisive. How'd I slow this bitch down? Okay, you know what? Let's slow it down to 50. And you know what's going on right there, y'all, is like I said, we've already made a decision to go into the building. And instead of going into the building immediately, the reason why I'm going back and forth, even though you don't hear me talking about it, is because I'm kind of nervous to just run straight into the building, because people who are aware are just going to peek down at the gunner and like shoot me from 100 different angles. So instead, for some reason, I decide that I'm going to run all the way over to the right. And you know, you can't see him right here because it's pixelated as shit, but he's like behind these he's behind like this blue bin right here and like those blue porta potties, and like it's actually the other guy's teammate. I found out that one of his teammates was actually inside and, you know, already fighting the scabs in the middle of new construction, and he was actually on the outside waiting for people to come towards it. So it was a good play by him. I couldn't be mad at that. But like I said, it was just me in that moment being extremely indecisive. For some reason, you know, I didn't want to run straight in, even though I knew I wasn't getting shot at the current moment. Like, it sounds like bad advice, but when I peeked my head and I looked over and I was like, okay, I'm not getting shot from the gunner area, or I'm not getting shot from the right, I should have just ran straight in. There was no reason for me to go all the way to the right like this. Not only was I being indecisive, but I cut myself away from my teammate to the point where they couldn't really do anything. Later on, what actually happened is, because I was so out of position and I went over to the right for no reason, you know, he killed me, and then he later was able to join with his teammate, and you know, they killed my whole team. So just wanted to just reiterate how important it is, man, to be decisive in that situation right there. If I would have just ran straight in, there's really no need for me to go over to the right. And if I was going to continue to go over to the right and I was going to clear the whole area like that, what I should have done from the very get-go is I should have went straight to the porta potties and cleared everything. Oh, I went way back. I should have went straight to the porta potties and just cleared absolutely everything, and not just stood in the middle. Where I was standing at was a horrible spot no matter what. I mean, I'm looking back at it and I just have to keep on going, because I'm like, well, goddamn, like, why am I standing right here? There are so many positions that I can get shot from. I can get shot from train. I can get shot from like where the guy killed me. So being decisive. If I was going to clear that side, clear the entire side. You know, if you're going to clear, you know, your outside areas or surroundings, make sure that you go on the outside and do a clean sweep of everything in the area. Don't just stand in the middle of something. And if I was going to go straight in, just go straight in, because if I would have stuck to the original plan, stuck with my team, and I would have just went straight in when I knew I wasn't getting shot in the first place, we could have all jumped the dude on the inside, and then he would have been the one trying to catch up to his teammate, and we could have killed him. But like I said, because I hesitated, you know, that's what happens when you hesitate. So y'all, just, you know, quick video. I wanted to show y'all some of these scenarios, and let me know what y'all think of these videos, man. Personally, they make my penis erect, and you know, I'm excited to share these videos with y'all because, like I said, my testicles swell with cum. So, you know, with that being said, I'm smiling because I'm just so excited right now, you know. But, you know, let me know what y'all think of these videos, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Touch 918 out of here.